Morning session.
No, I'm with her.
What? I already paid for it. Yep. Paid for it. I did early bird. I have email from them.
Oh, it says it was declined.
What?
It might just be like expiration date
Oh,
or something.
okay. That could have been because I did it on time ago. That's strange, but okay. Let's fix that. Sorry. I'm like, that's super strange. Credit.
Alright, there is a 5% fee with it.
That's fine. That's odd. And there's the confirmation that it was paid. Like, I don't know. And this was back in May where that was done. So, I mean, I don't really want to pay for it twice. But she just made me pay it again.
Okay, print it off. I'll double check it. So no, we have a note in the file that was declined because we type in all of the card numbers manually.
Oh, okay.
They want 5% to automatically run cards, so I type.
So are you still getting the early bird special then?
Yeah, right? Because they don't run it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know how that is.
What do you need from me right now, right? After that catastrophe. But hey, I'm not A. I was A last year. Like what, 3 times?
You gotta keep scoring when you're A, right?
Yes. Or A for puzzle for turning it in now. Okay, now the drama's over. Definitely some confusion going on in there for the first time ever, by the way. But that's okay. It's, back problems, real world issues. What have you?
Now,
Here's my lane for today.
which lane?
What?
What lane are you on?
11.
Oh, okay.
2 times, straighten it out, 3 times.
I got you. Alright. Yes. Right where you're standing.
Okay, we brought back Mrs. Boom to the TAT in Las Vegas for the Summer Classic. We used to go to the Winter TAT in Vegas, and we changed that up. I believe it was last year was our first year. going to the summer version for her to be able to enjoy that there. For those of you that aren't familiar with the TAT in Vegas, there's 2 per year. One in the Super Bowl week, and that's of course at Super Bowl time, which is early February. And then there's one in the summer, which is going to be 4th of July weekend. They do it every year. They have other dates as well, but I'm going to be speaking mainly on just the Summer Classic on this video. I did the video like this last year when Mrs. Boom went to the TAT, and well, we enjoyed doing that, so we're going to do it again. We got out there. What you're seeing her bowl on right now is just the first, what they call a VIP squad, which the way we treat our first VIP squad is like a practice session. We take a look at all of her equipment that she brought, and we get her a chance to go through all of her equipment. We try different lines on the lane to see what works the best, and then we kind of start eliminating or at least prioritizing certain equipment, certain lines that seem to work best for her. It's just a matter of 2 games, all you get. You do have a chance to make money as far as a high game pot type thing, but we don't really treat it like that. If you make money in the high game pot, great. If not, not a big deal. We literally aren't even worried about her scoring right here. She's just trying different things, and it just so happened she had a little trouble on the right lane on the approach. For some reason it was pretty tacky. You'll notice on some of her shots kind of sticking. The equipment we brought was the DV8 Dark Side and the Track Stealth Mode, the Hammer Special or the Hammer Effect Tour, the Hammer Pure Envy, and the Hammer Purple Urethane, and the Hammer New Blue Not Urethane. So that's what we brought. So you'll notice her kind of throwing a little bit of everything here, and a 39-foot sport shot that she's bowling on. She's got to use her what would be her average for league, even though there was a issue with that. They had her in the 169 and under group, that her average was 169. That was not the case, so I don't know if they did a conversion, but even on the conversion it didn't seem to add up to what her average was supposed to be. We did our best to try to correct that. We informed them multiple times that her average wasn't correct, and they said no, it is correct, that's the average she's going by. So what do you do at that point? I mean, you go by that average. She was averaging higher than that, but you know, we did our part. We tried to warn them. So having said that, we went through all of our equipment. As you see here, we're looking at all the bowlers. This thing gets packed every year. The guy that runs it does a really good job. But yeah, when we get there on Wednesday, the tournament starts on Monday of that week, before the week of the 4th of July. We get there on Wednesday pretty much every year. We may change that, but as of right now, that's what we like doing. Anyway, we show up on Wednesday. We may change our strategy next year, but right now, on this year, we showed up on Wednesday, did a VIP squad. Like I said, it's more like a practice session. And then we came back Thursday to do another VIP squad, followed up by a qualifying squad, which we'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, some people that I knew were out there. We'll talk about that when those come up. But there's Mrs. Boom. Like I said, she's still in her VIP squad here, just figuring things out. You can see the bowling. This is the Orleans Bowling Center there in Las Vegas. Nice bowling alley. We bowled there multiple times. We never had any issues there. You got to go up the escalators. There's our friend Justin Veach from Louisiana, one of the better amateurs out there in the United States. Every time I went down to record him, he threw the ball terrible. So you'll see this. It's a bad shot. Attaboy, Justin. Terrible shot. All right. So if he wants to make any money, I got to stay away from him. But anyway, looks like we got the new blue out here for Mrs. Boom. Like I said, 39-foot sport pattern. It's a specific sport pattern designed by the TAT people, so it doesn't have a specific name. It's just their pattern. They do real good at creating a pattern that's going to be able to allow different bowlers with different styles to play different parts of the lanes. For Mrs. Boom, typically If you can keep it right around 7, 8, kind of play up the boards, that's best for her. It's just a matter of tweaking it one way or another, maybe a little bit left, a little bit right, and then finding the right ball that when it gets there, if it goes through the pin. That's really the strategy we have for her. I try to give her enough different things to be able to score with, to try to find something that works. Now, we did notice that she was a little bit out of sync the first day, but like I said, we weren't really worried about what her score was going to be that first day. So we just kind of went through the equipment. It was kind of funny. Day one, we definitely did not like the Pure Envy on this shot, and I think we ended up going to it later on. So you can't ever get completely sold on your idea in the beginning. You can come up with a plan, but you have to not fall in love with that plan. You got to be able to get out of that plan if it's not working. Here's Justin Beach again. Since I'm recording him, it'll probably be terrible. Go ahead, throw your bad shot, Justin. And there's the bad shot. That's right. Fall off balance, which you typically do anyway. To the face. Attaboy. Alright, I'll be back to screw you up in a minute. Anyway, back to Mrs. Boom. Still kind of warming up here. She is letter C, I believe, on the scoring there. And we did like some pieces. I think I liked the stealth mode the most day one when she got it online. That was definitely not a good shot there. But when she got the stealth mode online and it got there, it went through the pins really well. And that's the thing. When you're talking about sport patterns, it's a little more difficult. You're not looking for a ball that makes it easy, because there's not going to be a ball that exists that makes it easy. You're going to have to throw good shots. What you're looking for is a ball that reads the right lane at the right spot, and then when it gets there, it's going through the pins. And that's the thing, right? If it's reading at the right spot, it's probably going to go through the pins pretty good. So, see that guy over there? He's stuck on that lane. That right lane was, the approaches were pretty tacky. It wasn't just her, it was everybody on that right lane. And that's typically not the case. I don't think I've ever bowled this tournament or her bowled this tournament and had a problem with the approaches, but she's close there. If she just keeps that kind of a little bit tighter right there, that's a good look. But they do have all kinds of different divisions. I'm going to talk about the winner. You know, a lot of people hesitate. There's her dark side there. That was a good look too. Dark side was a good look too. It was definitely an option. We really felt like the dark side would be a good ball to ball down to kind of keep her, if the line was good with the stealth mode and she didn't want to move out of that, she could move to the dark side and hopefully not have to move. That was kind of the idea there. But the dark side definitely gave her a good look when she got it online. Got that a little bit left of target. Scores here. You need to be able to, like I said, she was in the 169 or under group. With your handicap, you should be trying to get to the 650 or higher mark to have a chance to make the cut. The way the format works is you get your qualifying squads. If you happen to qualify during your grouping, which is usually the early 2 squads is one group, and then the late 2 squads are the late group. And if you can make what is I think it's 1 and 8. If you can make that cut, then you bowl Sunday for the finals. She got that ball right. The battle she's been having for quite a while here, missing to the right, which we'll talk more later about. But anyway, that was our plan. They have the different age groups. They have different average groups. Everybody bowls against only the people, and there you go, nice trip 4. Everybody bowls against their own group. So like she won't be bowling against a guy that averages 220 in order to make the cut. The only time she'll have to bowl against a guy like that is at the end of the finals, when everybody that completes and goes through the finals in their own group have to then meet and bowl against each other later on. But anyway, I'll let you take a little bit of a look of everything that's going on, and we'll get back and talking to you later. Okay, here we are on day 2, which would be Friday, 4th of July. Of course, we got our nifty red, white, and blue jersey on there. Today is the day she's going to do VIP squad, which is another practice session. On the second practice session, she's going to follow that up with an attempt at the qualifying squad. The strategy for the second day, for the second VIP that's getting ready to follow up with a qualifying squad, is to kind of look at the plan we had from the day before and try to see how well you can put some scores together. She started off a little off, but we're trying to get her to get the ball in line, which that one there was pretty close. It was closer, just not quite there. She can pick her head, yeah. But that was the idea. We're going to take the plan and see if it works, basically. If it's not working, then we can try something else. But that was the whole idea from the day before, to come up with a strategy for day 2. So we had a plan. The plan was start off with a stealth mode, try to keep the ball nice and tight, right up the boards. I think she was probably targeting 9, if I remember correctly. Right there, she ended up giving up on the stealth mode. I don't have a lot of video from this day, so there was more shots with the stealth mode there. But we ended up going to the pure envy, which is kind of funny, because the plan we had from the day before, as I said before, did not work out. Wasn't working. So her favorite ball in her bag at this time was that pure envy. So I thought maybe we put a ball in her hand that she's confident in, get the ball online, even if she's not carrying, but we would give it a shot during the VIP squad. So during the VIP squad there, she had some shots that worked, and we thought, okay, well, maybe it'll work today. Like I said before, you can't get married to an idea. You gotta be willing to change that. So, yeah, we'll take a look and see how well she does. Here's another friend of ours that we remembered from Texas. We went over there quite a few times to bowl some tournaments when we lived in Louisiana. His name's Parker Capra. Hope I pronounced that right. Pretty good bowler there from the Houston area. Not a good shot there. Of course, my jinx of going down to record somebody, as always, ruining it. But I think he ended up making the cut. But I don't have a whole lot of him. But on to Michelle here. As you may have noticed, some of the people she's bowling with had changed from earlier part of the video when she was in the red, white, and blue jersey. She's now in the qualifying squad. And just not executing real well. We had a pretty good plan. I feel like that was the right place and potentially the right ball in her hand. But I'm sure as anybody that bowls for long enough knows that there's just times you're just not executing well and you just can't seem to get it together. And that's kind of what happened to her during the qualifying squad. Yeah, she ended up finishing, looks 38th. Shot a 589 with her handicap, and that's just not going to be even close to enough. That was a good shot there. That's on the second day. We're taking a look here on the left here. We're looking at her Saturday qualifying squad, which we're going to get into. I'm just going to show you how she finished it up Friday. So no go on Friday, but she has another qualifying squad on Saturday. Okay, here we're taking a look at her VIP squad that's going to be followed up by a qualifying squad on Saturday. So she had her VIP in qualifying on Friday, did no good, came back Saturday, and we're trying some things again. That's a stealth mode still, and sour apple. She's not too happy about that. But definitely not a good sign for that ball if it's doing that. I mean, she might not have let go of it very good. You can't always blame the ball, but if I leave the sour apple, it's going to be a pretty quick trip to the bag afterwards. And you always like those Brooklyns that come back after the sour apple, right? But she's in her VIP squad. We're taking a look at this point of everything that worked and didn't work. She knows she's got to execute better as far as that goes. She's definitely not disputing that. But we still want the right ball in her hand. We want her the right part of the lane. So.
Oh, yeah.
Our friend Justin again, guaranteed to throw a bad shot because I'm recording. Let's see, how's it look? Not too bad, I can't really see. Actually didn't screw up when I was down there. Alright, maybe I'm not such a bad luck. I think he had already qualified by now though. I think he qualified his first attempt. He shot like 750 or something. I don't know, he shot something pretty good. I'm not sure if she's trying to tell the ball to go to the left or she's letting us know it's going to the left. But she seems to do that a lot. We know it's going to the left. We can see it. Much better shot. Perfect. Right in the pocket. That was that pure envy again. She really likes that ball. It's sometimes it's just a matter of getting a ball in your hand that you're confident in, you know? Great shot.
I mean, everything else is fine, so it worked out, obviously.
It seemed like you rolled it good.
Huh?
It seemed like you rolled it good. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure.
I just,
From California, we ended up, this is her qualifying squad, she's bowling here. We ended up running into him, and he was a fan of the channel. And shout out to Derek. He's all the way from California. It's kind of cool whenever you travel somewhere as far away from home as Las Vegas, when you live in Florida and you meet someone in California that's a fan of the show, and he comes up and says something just so anybody else, they see us out. We really do like that. We really get a kick out of that. And we appreciate all of you that have subscribed and really like and enjoy our channel. But yeah, Eric had a pretty good look at one point. I think he kind of struggled after that a little bit, but it was good meeting him. So now this is the qualifying squad, like I had said before. So if Michelle does not make it here, she would have another opportunity. She'd be able to sign up for the late squad on Saturday to try again. But this is her last qualifying squad chance to make the cut. She only had 2. This is their second one. She got the ball online there, but she just kind of chucked it down the lane a little fast. She didn't get it rolling off of her hands. So it's a little fast. You just need to soften up and roll a little better. But taking a look at all the other bowlers down there. Hopefully Michelle got that spare. Gonna be, yep. Chance to see here. Like I said, this is on Saturday. The last chance to qualify is Saturday. And whoever makes it is going to be bowling tomorrow in the finals the next day. Got your bar back there. I spent a lot of time in there. But anyway, let's see if she gets this spare. Oh, my camera went away. I'm not even going to know. I was going to have her buy drinks for everybody. I think she got it, though.
How'd you like that one off your hand?
I liked it, but it was off somewhere.
Fast. You did everything right, but it was fast. That's why you left it 5. If the ball picks up 3 foot sooner, strike.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
That was off. I didn't.
You did 9 things out of 10 right. You did 1 thing wrong. It cost you the strike. It's okay.
Okay, we're into our qualifying squad here. Not great, but better than day one. We're still in it. We got a chance. And there's the arm. So just to be clear, with this shot being as hard as it is, especially, one of the things that I've discussed with her a lot of times is keeping the ball in play. You miss the head pin going to the right, you got no shot, and you only got to miss by a little bit to miss the head pin to the right. But if you miss a little bit to the left, you may not hit the pocket, but you might go Brooklyn. You have a shot at striking if you go Brooklyn. You have no shot at striking if you're going missing the head pin to the right. I know before anybody corrects me, I know that there's a shot at striking if you miss the head pin to the right, but it's pretty rare. There she goes left again. Moves her hand out there to let everybody know it's going left again, but didn't quite get it bad enough that time. But she still at least hit the head pin, left herself a makeable spare. Now I know the downside to that is the occasional split, but I would take that. If you're going to make a mistake, make it to the left, don't make it to the right if you're hurt. Now me, if I miss to the left on something hard like that, it could hook all the way over and get the 4-pin or worse. So I have to be a little more careful. But for someone like her that doesn't get a lot of revs on the ball and plays more direct, that's definitely a strategy to keep in mind to take advantage of. It was definitely part of our plan to keep her either online or to the left, and then of course take advantage of those Brooklyns. Coming up on the end of the second game here. She's still keeping herself in play, still going left and letting us know it's going left every time. But she's keeping herself in play. We still have a shot at it. We got to keep doing what we're doing, maybe a little bit better, and she should be in okay condition here. So starting game 3 here, we know we got to have at least a decent game. It doesn't have to be anything out of this world or anything. She got the ball a little right there. But it does have to be a solid game. We know that going into it. But believe it or not, she's a really good clutch bowler. When things are on the line and under pressure, she seems to really do well. So her odds are better than most at this point. So anyway, we'll take a look some more and see how she does, and revisit this at the end of the game.
Okay, good spare. I know, but good spare. Don't do it again. I know, not bad, not bad. Listen. At least you covered the spare. You know what I'm happy about, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't. That's right.
That was.
I know. No, I'm happy. Keep it going. want to make sure my voice is heard. That is super fucking lucky.
That was so bad.
I'm glad it struck though.
I missed right my butt, for I was like, yeah, I can't eat it right now.
All right, she's coming down to the end of game 3. She's gonna need some good shots here. She's still in it. I'm gonna leave it to my commentating while it was live. Obviously, she missed right there after getting away with a break before. But anyway, she's coming down to the end here where she needs some things to go her way, and she'll be good. She'll make the cut. She doesn't have to have anything crazy, but she's definitely can't make any big mistakes, you know. So looking at here, she picks up the spare. She's still in good shape, but I will let the commentary take over after that.
Need a turkey. Gotta get one to get a turkey. Gotta stay clean to get a turkey. Chance. Oh, give us the love. Motherfucker. Okay, that was close. That had to be fucking fast. I don't know what that thing is. That was almost a strike. Come to spare. You have to have that spare. You have to have that spare. Okay. Now you're at 190 as best you can do. Now you gotta hope somebody else won't like shit.
Missed that 9-pin, but then she got the next strike. She needed that spare on that 9-pin. Every pin at this point, when you're that close to, you know where the cut's going to be, you got to have every spare in every pin. You got to have every spare in every pin anyway, but knowing it whenever you come down at the end, you know, you got to have them. So she's still not out. She can still shoot a score if she can get there with a nice 10th frame. And maybe the cut score during her 2 squads aren't that high. She's still got a chance. Obviously, her chance would have been a little bit better, you know, if it had been a little bit higher. But once again, she's still not out. So she got the strike in the 9th, and she still have a shot here. So got to have a good 10th. What it boils down to here. 10 pin, or that 4 pin again. First 4 pin and the 10th frame, and then the second 4 pin there didn't really make much of a difference. She ended up finishing 13th. The guy in 9th made it with 646. She had 636 with her handicap, so she missed by 10 pins. So that cut was just a hair lower than normal. Just goes to show you when you're out there, you just never know. You know, if she would have carried that first 4 pin in the 10th, she would have been able to get there. That would have given her 20 more pins. If she carries that, or if she picks up that 9 pin, you can go through anytime you just barely miss something. You could nitpick all kinds of different mistakes throughout a set. But she did much better. To go without being noticed that when you go out there and you bowl on something that's a lot harder than you're normally bowling on, it's not easy. And she went out there this year. She definitely had a better performance this year than she did last year. She was literally 1 shot away from making the cut, which is definitely encouraging. So lots to learn here, and that we'll continue to get better at, and I'm sure she'll be ready to get at it next year, and we'll have another video up for you next year. And just to take a look at who ended up winning this time out was a person from the 169 and under group. So I want to encourage all you bowlers out there, no matter what your skill level is, this is definitely a well-ran tournament with lots of money to win, and you're in Vegas, so you can have plenty of fun while you're out there on top of it. So until the next one, boom out.